Fair enough. Stuttering John Melendez Roundtable Discussion.
Welcome to Point Dabble Point, a weekly discussion where we get caught up on This Week in Stuttering John, sweep for the brain dead Keanu, and fall for tough crowd photoshops. I'm Carl from This Little Piggy. With me this week from the Uncle Rico Show and the Shuli Network, Shuli Agar is in the house. What's up, Shuli?
Hello, Carl. Great to see you. Thank you, as always.
Thanks for being here, Shuli. Always good to see you, my friend. Also, a regular contributor on Point Dabble Point, Dabbleverse enthusiast Earl David Reed is in the house. What's up?
Gang, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Great to have you back on the show, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And finally, last and least from Who Are These Podcasts? It's Jen from the Jingles Department. Hey, Jen.
Hello.
Welcome.
My thanks.
Thanks for being back on the show. You take up a lot less of the frame as producer Chris in that chair, I just realized.
Well, it's those shoulders.
Maybe I need to adjust. Yeah, there's shoulders all of a sudden on the show. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice change of pace.
Glad I could contribute.
Speaking of contributing, supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go if you're watching the show right now and you want to support the show and contribute to it, take advantage of the AI voices, or just give us a regular chat, make me read stuff I can't pronounce. And we do appreciate everyone participating in the show in that manner. There's so much to discuss, so much going on. Of course, the Sheet Shitterson documentary dropped recently. First Blood, that's part 2 of the documentary series. Looking forward to 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
But for now, we have 1 and 2.
Never
And
enough.
Sheet Shitterson does a brilliant job. I'm hoping he's going to stop by today. He might have some time that he can pop on with us for a little bit. So I definitely want to talk a lot about the highlights of that, some of my favorite parts, some of the things that jumped out at me and all of you, and see what you guys thought about it. That was the prerequisite for being on the show today. You must watch that documentary so that we can discuss it. So I definitely want to get into that. But why don't I start off with something? The reason why I was reaching out to EDR recently is because there was that crazy story of John going to Indiana to perform stand-up comedy at that one club. And then the owner of the club in Ohio had to drive 4+ hours to pick John up and then 4+ hours back to his club in order to perform that night. And it wasn't even his club. It was like a movie theater that he was renting out.
Yeah.
Or something. EDR, you've been doing stand-up for decades. What's your thought on this?
Well, first of all, if you have a club owner, he's probably going to, and he wants to book a bunch of different rooms. So him driving 4 hours between venues to go see these other places is nothing. Okay. That doesn't, him going 4 hours out, 4 hours back, nothing. I've seen plenty of people do that. The difference is having to pick up your act and drive them around the whole time. That's the difference. Now, let's say like 1,000 years ago, I worked at a comedy club. I was called the Treehouse Comedy Club in Westport, Connecticut. One of my job was to go pick up like Rosie O'Donnell from the hotel and bring her over. Okay.
No wonder you're so jacked. You're able to pick up Rosie O'Donnell?
I physically have to lift her, but
okay.
I would bring them back and forth, and that was just part of it. So the club owner has no problem going back and forth to the gigs because when he decides to book a gig, he knows it's that far away, and he's got to go out there to see how it's running. Karting, the entertainment around, is usually you better be a top-notch guy to do that. I don't know why this guy did this for John, and then even living at the guy's house, he's telling him that he's saving money for the club owner. First of all, as a comedian, you don't want to stay with a guy that runs a club. You want a hotel room. You want to be nowhere near the guy that runs a club until when you get there and when you get paid. That's pretty much it. You can be a nice guy in between, but you don't have to have this relationship with him.
I think you might be off on something because the club that John played at in Indiana had nothing to do with the club that he played at in Ohio. This was just a thing where John didn't arrange his transportation to get to the club. And so he's just like, can you come grab me? Is what it turned into.
And that's just really unusual. So now that makes me suspect what's going on with the club owner and what his thought process is. Because I'll be honest, he didn't make a lot of money going to this club. Comedy clubs don't pay.
No one made anybody on these shows.
No, but comedy clubs don't pay that much anymore. Okay.
Well, also, and you know this, a one-off is extremely unusual on a weekend. And that's why he had to run out a movie theater. If you run a comedy club, you have a guy who's in there doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe just Friday, Saturday. Some places go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're doing multiple shows. You have a guy who travels in. That's why you put up in a hotel or the condo that you have, because you're doing all these shows. You're packing the room multiple times. John's saying he's a headlining comedian, and then doing a one-off show in East Bumfuck, Ohio. And then the next night he was supposed to do a Saturday night show, but it was snowy. So he couldn't make that. Like, this is highly unusual, and there's no money to be made in this.
No, but the bigger names, like sometimes with these clubs, they're so busy on the weekends. If they have a big name like out here, Shane Gillis will show up at a comedy club on a Tuesday night. Well, that's going to sell out, and it's Shane Gillis. Okay,
yeah, Tuesday night's the key. I seen Gilbert Godfrey on many a Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
he's traveling through town.
Maybe a Monday. So anything earlier in the week, there's got to be a bigger enough name to make people come out to a comedy club, because subconsciously people aren't thinking about comedy clubs on Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday they go open mic night. But as you get closer to the weekend, that's where stuff seems to happen.
Yeah, we just saw Doug Stanhope a few weeks ago on a Tuesday night at Comedy at the Carlson, and that makes a lot of sense. But a Friday night, for a one show, not even two shows on a Friday night is. And
not for nothing, there's some movie theaters that actually do comedy, because what happens in a lot of cases is most of the theaters now, they're not the big theaters anymore. They're divided up into 100-seat theaters now. And it's like, okay, well, depending on what movie is running, you're probably not getting the same crowds as you got like when I was a kid, when the movies were the only place you could go. So they try to bring in something a little bit different in entertainment. I played one time, and the cool thing was they made my show poster up like a movie poster and put it in the big thing. So that was cool. And people did come out and they came to see it. But he keeps talking about being booked and going back to places. I don't foresee that happening, because listen, no club owner cares about any comedian, basically. It depends on how much people you can put in the seat. He obviously thought John had that kind of juice where he can draw that many people, and that's why he took a chance on him. Well, I mean,
he's an older guy who still thinks that Howard Stern has some clout to it. It's just
exactly.
Ship has sailed.
That was a cool thing about what John did. John actually kind of convinced this guy that, hey, people are going to show up because it's me. I mean, Skippy from Family Ties will probably bring in a crowd. Anyone that back from those days will probably bring in a crowd. But at this point, we're talking over 30 years ago with the Howard Stern thing.
Jimmy J.J. Walker still comes into town every now and again.
And it's funny, and people still kind of come out and see him. So
guys,
it's kind of a weird thing to explain.
I did one of those movie theater gigs with Brennan years ago in Connecticut. Me and him were both doing this movie theater in Connecticut, and EDR brought up a very telling point, which was a comedy club and a comedy club owner will have somebody to go and do these things, pick up an act and drive them back. The fact that the owner is doing this tells you that he doesn't have anybody working for him. He probably can't afford to have anybody working for him, and he's hustling. He's booking empty movie theaters. He's doing whatever he can to keep comedy going in that area and to make a little money on the side. So for him, if he doesn't pick up John, there's no shows. John has no backup plan.
I don't want to pull rank on here. I feel bad doing this, but I recently performed stand-up, as you guys might have seen. I was doing
I saw that.
John's act. That was also in a movie theater. So, guys, I'm just like you two comics. We can shoot the shit about playing theaters.
We've all been there, bro. Right, Carl?
Listen,
we've all been there.
Let me say this, too. It's like a lot of people get caught up with the names of places. Like everyone, this whole thing going around about, oh, so-and-so's playing the Firehouse or whatever like that. And then someone's playing that. So someone would rather say, hey, listen, I'm playing the Stress Factory in New Brunswick or in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And someone goes, well, I'm playing the Lickdale Fire Company Firehouse. And then people will go, oh, you don't want to play a firehouse. Well, listen, I've done a bunch of firehouses, and I got to be honest, and I don't want to throw any money out here, but you can get a lot more money for a one-night show at a firehouse than you can hang out at these clubs. I can tell you right now, there's nobody going into these clubs unless you're a big name that are making more than $1,000 a weekend at these clubs now. It just doesn't matter.
Levy was the king of that. I mean, some of the best money I've ever made in comedy was with Levy at firehouses. It's crazy money. It's really good.
There's only 52 weeks in a year at a club. Okay.
Right.
So you only need 52 headliners. Okay. And if you're not a name guy, or the fact, well, not even 52 if you count some of the weekends that they don't do shows because it's summertime in some areas and things like that. So if you're going to be a comedian, everyone wants to get on stage. You're going to have to make your own things happen,
Yeah. All right. Next topic of conversation. We have to talk about John's cat dying. Now, I know Cardiff put together a parody song for us. We played on WATP this past weekend. And I checked with Cardiff. I said, is there any evidence of this? Where is this report coming from? Shuey, do you have more information about this?
Yeah, I mean, we put together a team to dive into this rumor forensically. We
Good.
have AI, and we've narrowed down a window, Carl. We believe one of, if not both of the cats have died when he either left for these gigs in Indiana and Ohio or when he came back. And then went off to enjoy his Christmas while a dead cat.
I
no
heard
longer
that. I heard it was a
celebrates
murder-suicide. Is that correct?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of different and conflicting stories.
Okay.
Here's what we know as far as facts, Carl.
Yeah.
John was offered $500 in his stream from someone who definitely can back up the offer, and that is Dan Varney.
Yep.
Big dick swinging in the Dabbleverse. Offered $500 for John. All he had to do to show both cats on stream proof of life.
Something he's done many times before.
Absolutely. And has never been asked to do it and has never been given money to do it.
Right.
And not only did he not agree, not only did he not say, give me half now and I'll go get the cat. All the typical stuff he usually says when people offer him a task for money. Right away, he breaks down, give me this now, and then I'll do the... None of that was a discussion. And here's another fun fact. The word cat is blocked in John's chat.
Oh, really?
Goodness.
Yes.
Stupid.
So Pussy has him blocked, and he has cats blocked.
He's just returning the favor.
Right. And then I saw on your show, Shuey, that someone upped it to $750.
Same
the
big
cats.
dick swinging Dan Varney now says it is $750. There are some people believe that he is frantically running around shelters trying to adopt a cat that looks somewhat like one of the cats that died, or maybe
He just
two
wants to
cats.
borrow one. He's going to the shelter like, I just did it for the weekend.
There are rumors that this was in fact Oscar's cat, and maybe this might be a personal thing. Yeah, I don't know. These are all rumors. I don't know.
So is it
Cats
possible?
could be alive. All he has to do is show them.
So the cat might have changed its name, and John killed it.
That is another. That is another
possibility. All right, so you sent me over a parody song.
Yeah, we when we got forced over to Rumble by John, we met a very talented gentleman over there, Eric John Pizza Artist, and this guy made an Uncle Rico pizza for us.
He sure did.
Took a picture of John and put it and baked it and made a giant pizza of it. And he's now making song parodies as well, because like a lot of us who are animal lovers, we are concerned for these cats. We have been for a long time. And the fact that he's not saying anything tells me that this could be a really bad demise for one of these cats, if not both of them. And that bums me out. But Eric has promised that he will continue making song parodies until we have closure on this issue.
All right, so this is The Cat's on the Table. I have not heard this yet. Shirley just sent this to me, so let's check it out. I'm going to tear up at this one. This song always gets
John
me.
arrived just the other day. He came home drunk in the usual way. Beers to fetch, bills he will not pay. Mindless talks every single day. He was walking round in circles and then he knew. He said, shit, I didn't leave the cats food. I didn't leave the cats their food.
Trundle, snatch, McFart, stink.
And the cat's on the table like a dried up prune, left alone to die by a lazy buffoon. When you're coming home, John, I don't know when. I'll be in rigor mortis by then, John. You know I'll be a dead cat then. The cat turned 10 just the other day, malnourished but alive in an unusual way. Can you feed me please? John said not today. I got beers to drink, I said that's okay. And as he walked away I knew my fate was sealed. I said I'm gonna die real soon. Yeah, I know I'm gonna die real soon. And the cat's on the table like a dried up prune, left alone to die by a lazy buffoon. When you're coming home, John, I don't know when. I'll be in rigor mortis by then, John. You know I'll be a dead cat then. Long since divorced, his wife moved away. He called up Jay just the other day. He said, I need some money if you don't mind. Jay said, I'd love to, John, but you're a waste of time. You see, my new car's a hassle, Eubanks has the flu. And don't you have some cats that need you? Don't you have to feed them soon? And as he hung up the phone, it occurred to Jay. He said, I should have let Howard keep him. I should have let him keep that douche. And the cat's on the table like a dried up prune, left alone to die by a lazy buffoon. When you're coming home, John, I don't know when. I'll be in rigor mortis by then, John. You know I'll be a dead cat then. And the cat's on the table.
All right.
Pretty good, huh?
Wow.
Wow.
If he's the guy who's singing, it's very John is singing. He's very
Oh
talented.
man.
Sounds
You know,
great.
I figure it's all AI these days, but I mean, amazing work.
Really good stuff. All right. Speaking of really good stuff, supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to participate in the show, just like Venom Tony 15.
The only time I murdered that pussy is when Wolverine died. Allegedly, YouTube boxing ring service. Also, I, John Melendez, am a gay fog who likes women who look like Jonathan Davis, A-Kill, Ava.
KFT, Carol's Frosted Tips.
Truly sucks. He is unfunny. He is terrible. Why did Carl have him on? Shuli gets mad easy. Shuli is a J. Shuli cries. Shuli. Too many super chats. Wow.
Fucking faggots. They all are faggots. Jenny, show me them titties. Oh, hey, Carl. That's terrific.
That's terrific. Take down DDT.
In a Florida statute, 828.13. Confining an animal without sufficient food or water is a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to a year in prison and a $5,000 fine.
Looks like next time I record you, it'll be on a prison phone, bitch.
EDR, you had a cat question backstage.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person, but I don't understand how, like, leaving a pet. Like, if I have the dogs and I have to leave them for like a couple of hours, I'm so conscious of having to get back because I feel they have to go out for something. I know cats aren't as much maintenance, but when you go away, you can actually leave them there by themselves.
I mean, it's not ideal. You should probably have somebody come and clean the litter and just to check on them, especially if they're house cats that are around people and have contact with people. If it's an indoor-outdoor cat, it's probably a little bit different. But you have to make sure that if nobody's there, there's got to be enough food, and most important, water. The water is the killer.
And leave the can opener out because they're not gonna be able to find the can opener in the drawer.
Yeah.
They have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Jen, thoughts on this? We've had some cats.
Oh, I would never leave my cat without somebody checking on it ever.
Every day.
I know some people will, if it's a few days, they'll say, we'll just put some food out for it and some water. I have people go and check every day on it.
Yeah, we have people check on it every day. It just seems like a normal thing
when
to do.
she was still with us.
Yeah. John applied for that position, and you guys.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's right.
we turned it down.
Too little.
Did
too
you
late.
but when you had the cats and stuff, like he had issues with cats before, with the law and everything. So I can't believe how did we get back here is what I guess I don't understand. You think that would be the one thing that he would stay on top of? I mean, when you get to a point where the law has to come out there and they write you up for not doing the right thing. You're going, how do you get back to here?
He never accepted responsibility for that. He thinks that happened to him. He thinks Cardiff did that to him. So therefore, it's Cardiff's fault, not his. That's what's crazy about John. That's why he doesn't get better at life. Because he always just has an excuse for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like blaming the bank teller who hit the alarm for you getting arrested robbing the bank.
Right.
You know, it's like, you robbed the bank. You're going to get caught.
I think we're all going to go to hell because at some point we're so borderline to meshing with a mentally ill person. We're so close, you know, and it's like, it's almost disturbing until he talks, and then you just want to strangle him.
I don't think John'd be happy hearing you say that right now.
I've been doing this 4 years now. I'm pretty sure we're in hell now. I don't know how much worse it's going to get.
Mason in Portland says, go Seahawks, go Ducks, fuck Ava. Seahawks look good. Ducks looked really good. I won my bet on that. The Peacock fan.
Let's play Jeopardy. Ike Turner, Ted Turner, and Oscar Turner, who are 3 people I'll never see again. Skull. Sure, I lost a son, but Carl lost a water purification system. Skull.
Got me there. Barrister 1401.
Don't look now, but there is a black guy on this podcast.
Oh, Missy probably gave him a heads up.
Yeah, don't look.
Drunk engineer coming in.
Glad to see EDR back. Last time he was here, he got overshadowed by a certain person. Congrats on being cast as Snape in the new Harry Potter series.
I have to watch that.
Officer, someone reported my cats are dead. I have a fellow cat owner who is also a cop on the phone. You know him?
That was a great highlight from the Sheet Shitterson.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Adam Bush, the great Adam Bush coming in.
It cuts deeper, and because Harry Chapin, who wrote Cats in the Cradle, was from Oceanside, Long Island.
Good point. Daddy Poopy.
Carl Liston. Cats die all the time. Cats get sat on. You forget to feed them or sell them to your local Asian market when the super chats don't come in and you have to pay rent.
That's a good point, Doc Lips. Well done with the spelling on that to get the S's right.
Amazing.
Barnes and Noobs, $10. Hey, John, I know you're watching. Once again, we've proven the ultimate power of the Dabbleverse is using your own stupid words against you. There's nowhere left to hide, dummy. Wet brain. Barnes and Noobs, one of the great ones. Dabblers Anonymous. Does some of the best work. You know what else he does? Is he puts fucking copyrighted music behind everything he does, so I can't show it on WATP.
Sure does. And you've mentioned this like 10 times, and he clearly doesn't give a
He doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't want us using his stuff on WATP. It's fine. Michael P. Carol, is there a black person here? Go Bills. I see what you did there.
Yeah, there are a lot of black people on the Bills, too, so shut the fuck up.
No shit.
How about the ending of that Steelers game?
That Steelers
people
game
love
is
black
insane.
people until they strike out or fumble.
That's true. That's a very good point. But yeah, that missed field goal at the end, the missed extra point before that.
Oh my God.
The chances to score a touchdown and just anyway. Zach Hoffman, $2 says Wolvie didn't die. He just changed his last name. Oh shit. That was what I said. Damn it.
As cat owners, when he brought, I think it was Wolverine, that cat was grossly overweight and did not look good. Like it looked like him. It was just there.
That's
you
mean.
know.
A fat cat is a happy cat. Haltua says John Melendez beat his cat and now it's dead. No, that's not how that goes. Look at this. Dan Vardy, the big swinging dick we were talking about earlier, gifting 5. Who are these podcast memberships? Thank you very much for doing that. If you got a membership, check out the membership tab for all the new bonus material we've been doing. We got Stuttering John Living in the Past series, and also we went back and listened to Opie's very first podcast on Westwood One from 2018, just recently. Cillin McMillan says John and VTM is just ETM and Johnny Fratto in 2026.
Wow.
I wish.
I like that.
Benny Blessings. John's not even famous enough for PETA to indict for animal cruelty. Sad. I mean, I guess. Jurisprudence says, why does Carl refuse to acknowledge Shuli's Jewish? Listen, I've talked to him about it. I've explained he's got to stop with that bullshit.
Publicly, Carl. He's saying publicly.
I've lectured him about it. I'm like, what are you doing with this? It's not great. It's a bad look for the Dabbleverse.
I tell you, Jews and black live rent-free in the heads of the Dabbleverse people. I noticed that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's so many other things that make fun of Shuli about.
And if it's Jews and blacks, you know it's rent-free. Am I right, everybody? Come on.
Well, one of them's collecting the rent. The other one, Diablo Sandwich, $2 says, nice get with Godfrey. Can we talk Chad too?
Oh, man.
Cillian McMullen says he pulled a Rob Saul and fucked the poor cat to death. Oh, no.
Oh.
Do we still think they might be there? You think the cats are still there? Or did he throw them out?
Oh, right. What does he dispose of these cats? Are they just in the garbage?
Well, look, at this point, tons of people are watching him. And I have to believe that if he's going out of his door, now that we know this, they might even be going through his trash, if you can believe that.
I return you to Mother Earth, cat.
If it's in my swimming pool, I'll be so pissed.
Oh, my God. Did you just see it floating down one of the canals?
Oh, man.
I know he drives by my house regularly to check if there's cars in the driveway, as he said recently. So
Yeah.
Well, remember before he moved to Florida, somebody in our chat reminded us of this last night, that he was asking the chat if they can be outdoor cats now that he's in Florida because they've been indoor cats the whole time.
Yeah.
I remember
Such
that.
a fucking idiot.
He's the worst.
Right.
Barrister, $20 says I also offer an additional $500 for John to show the cats. All right, so there's a lot of money on the table here, and this isn't the first time John's been offered a lot of money to do things. There was an IQ test, I believe, that was Drew Lane was going to fund this to go up against Anthony Cumia. Blind Mike had money on the table for an IQ test. John never follows through with these profitable endeavors.
We had $10,000 up for him to fight Frog.
That's right.
All.
Yeah,
that's right. You could fight Frog by just blowing on him.
Yeah,
and John wouldn't do it.
A 77-year-old beat his ass. Where are you? How come you won't do it for $10,000?
Lyndon 49. SJ was training his cats not to eat when they died. Okay, take the trade up. Take down DDT's member for 4 months. Somebody tell Morris this is how to do a parody song. Well,
tell him tonight. He deserves it.
Drew First Blood says, thanks for that free Opie show the other day. FSJ, I accidentally put us live. Anyway, Revenge of Penis Wrinkle, $5. John resents that we have fun doing this. Creators laugh with friends, and he doesn't have fun. Carol, good thing you didn't leave your cat with him. Yeah, no shit. Oh, feed him every day. Well, you didn't write that on the note. Tongue punch my fart box. 6969, those cats dead. Hashtag justice for Magento. Hashtag justice for Xavier.
Magneto,
yeah. Thank you. Again, Revenge of the Penis Wrinkle. He tried to make them outdoor cats in fucking Florida. Johnny Knoxville says, the cats are gone. They sleep with the gators now. Gator food. I can see Jorky adopting a dog soon. Thoughts? Yeah.
Do you think he's got his... This is so dumb. Do you think he's got his shit together enough to, let's say, take the dead cat to a shelter or to... No, right?
I don't think so.
So, like, what's he doing? Putting it in a trash bag and throwing it in a garbage can?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I don't think he would understand how to properly dispose of it.
It's a late night maneuver.
And I was saying, his regular guests, Ava and Jerry took in those cats when he went to Vegas and he stopped and he wanted to gamble and threaten Melton. Jerry kept his cats at his house. Ava's got cats all over the room all the time. As cat owners, as cat lovers, how do you sit here silent and not ask or question John about this? I find that odd.
Yeah, it's a sad thing when your cat dies. I mean, I remember when our cat died, I talked about it on the show and, we discussed it. It's like, it's a thing in your life. John will tell us about fucking stopping at a convenience store. It's like, that's not an important thing that happened to you. Who gives a shit?
Right. And if it was something he could have garnered sympathy for, he would have been talking about it the second it happened.
You're right. But yeah, I think he's probably putting it in a bag and throwing it in a canal, right?
Yeah.
Or just in his garbage can.
It's too bad he don't want to hear
I think the garbage can is more feasible. Like I said, it's a late night maneuver.
Because he doesn't live on a canal, so it would require...
No, he doesn't live anywhere near the canal. It's funny. Bert says, I can see Drunky adopting a dog soon. Thoughts? He better not.
He's been talking about that.
Listen, I I like to sit back and watch all this stuff all the time. But if he ever did that, then I'd get involved. I don't
You have to get involved.
I definitely have to get involved.
Dan Varney gives you another 5. Who are these podcast memberships? Dan Varney, you are the man. Thank you very much for that. Joe Corson, Roy, says SJ's cat ownership is equal to Harry Chapin's driving. Wow. JFK Head Chunk, EDR lives section 8 in my head. I get it.
Thank God he laughed at that.
Paulo Randazzo says, hi, it's Paulo Randazzo 60. Love you all. F that scumbag animal abusing Jagoff. TSN forever.
Love you, Paula.
Appreciate that. Shit shows here. Remember, for 8 months. My money is on Christopher Cosset situation with John's cat. He must have crawled under there for warmth.
Oh, Christopher and the Sopranos.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What was her name?
Adriana. It was
No,
Adriana's
the dog's name.
The dog's
No.
name.
Yeah.
Gay for Zen at Rerun the Wizard. Thank you very much. Wolverine turned on me. Rake victim, London's Pet Removal Inc. English Matt for £5 says, love EDR, one of my favorite guests. He tries to make out like he's not in the Dabbleverse, but you are in this mud with us. I'm telling you. He's paying attention.
Listen, I want to be in the Dabbleverse. I love it. I did a show New Year's Eve at I was up kind of your way, Schenectady, New York, at the Proctor's Theater. There's like 2,000 people in there. They had a New Year's Eve show. And when I left there, I met about 3 or 4 people that were like, hey, talking about the Dabbleverse and everything. So I know they're out there, even though
That's awesome.
they scare me. They scare me a lot, but they're extremely talented, which intrigues me even more.
Yeah, there's a lot of creators in this community, which is awesome. D. Martig, $5 says, John is so negligent. If he had a giant reverse osmosis water system, it would probably get stolen. Fuck you.
Did the cops ever say anything about your system? I mean, they fill out a report, but what did they say? It's like,
He said that there had been a rash of RO thefts in the area.
Oh.
So
I got to be honest with you.
One.
I don't want to bring it, but this is not black people.
No, I agree with you on that.
That's even hard to say.
There isn't a lot of crime in Cape Coral that's black people.
Listen, but this ain't it. I ain't never had anyone on the street trying to sell me a reverse osmosis water system.
No, I know. I understand.
And a watch.
The joke that I made is the last name was probably Melendez, but it wasn't John. So, yes, I'm with you. Mark Davis, stupid fucking haircut with $2 says, I offered John the first overall pick to show the cats. Whoa. He's trading the Raiders' first overall pick for this.
Oh, my God.
That's big. That's a big deal if that's true. All right, let's get back into some of the topics from this week. I could not believe Ashley Cummings comes on the show, and it is revealed that John is paying to have Ashley on the show. This is something that John brags about a lot. He doesn't pay his guests. He never pays his guests. That's why he gets to keep all the money.
Yeah, he says that a lot, too.
Yeah, like it's a really cool thing. He doesn't spend any money on his show.
Also, the guy with John is the guy who's been on the most with John, who's given up almost, so much of his free time, Clay Dabbler, and he now has to sit there and hear that Ashley's making money.
Right.
And John's never once offered him a dime.
Oh, and then John got mad because Clay said, yeah, I can't make it today.
Yeah.
And John's going, oh, but if I don't give Clay the link, then it's the end of the world. But he's allowed to cancel on me.
The difference is, John, if you're listening, you forgot to tell him to not show up.
Yeah.
He's telling you, I'm not showing up. That's what's the difference, idiot.
John had a valid excuse. He goes, it's Christmas. I don't even know what day it is. He goes, I just found out it's Friday. He said.
A lot of guys in Mensa have no idea what day of the week it is because the holidays are around. But yeah, check out this clip. I did play this on WATP, but it's worth watching again. This is so pathetic.
Thanks for the $7. Why won't you respond to my other super chats? Pussy boy, pussy boy. I didn't see him. Pussy boy, pussy boy. Anyway, Ashley, why don't can't you just put on your makeup and come on?
He's got away with women, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you dial yourself up, Toots?
I got to jerk off later. Can we speed this up?
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, how long are you going to be streaming?
How long does it take you to put your face on, Ashley? Jesus Christ. What kind of question is that?
Yeah, it's
It's
not a
in my
good
other
sign.
room.
Yeah. How many hours of sunlight do we have left? Like what?
I don't know until the beer runs out.
Did you just burp?
Yes, I did.
I mean, I could.
It could be worse.
No, it can't.
What does he mean by that? Is that a fart joke?
I think it's a fart joke.
Well, also, I mean, really, his entire motto in life now is until the beer runs out. That's the answer to any question you have for him.
On his tombstone will say the beer ran out.
Exactly. You go, hey man, when are you going to try and repair stuff with people and your family and loved ones? When the beer runs out.
The beer runs out. I am selling all of my stock in Anheuser-Busch because I know he's a Busch Light drinker now.
Yep.
Before he kicks the bucket, that shit's gonna drop.
Do you want to pay me double to put makeup on?
Oh, double? What?
Double? Because it is like a bit of time. Like right now, I'm chilling in my pajamas. Like I had this whole car ordeal today. It was.
How much did I say I was going to pay you?
Are you good? What?
How much did I say I was going to pay you?
20.
Okay. Sure, you've been studying this guy for a long time. Why did he ask that question? $20 is so embarrassing for both of them. The fact that she needs 20 to come on and that he would offer her $20 to come on. Why would he bring that up?
Okay, because she said, you're going to pay me double. And he's such a drunk idiot that he's already actually forgot what he's supposed to pay her.
I forget that it's like the most obvious answer is the answer sometimes.
Yeah. He's got an Etch-a-Sketch brain, It shook a little too hard and that thing's gone. And now he's like, all right, I got to pay a double. And, and he's trying to do the math. And then he goes, I'll take the easy way out. What am I paying you again?
Yeah.
And he just asks her on the spot.
Because he wants to figure out if it's worth it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see if he thinks another $20 is worth it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll pay you 20. Yeah, sure.
Jesus.
No, you're paying me 20 just to be here for my voice. I'm saying,
come on, Whitney. Don't.
Oh no, Whitney.
So many errors happening there all at once.
No.
So you have to pay me double. What am I paying you? $20? Yeah, I can pay you $20.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Another 15 for calling me Whitney.
You don't.
I'm not Whitney. Everyone keeps doing that.
Come on, Ashley. I mean, if I'm.
By the way, poor Whitney. If people are seeing Ashley and going, "Hey, Whitney," that's not great.
Sound like my mom. My mom used to always call me Whitney and Whitney Ashley.
He looks like your mom too.
Yeah. Oh God, he's so hideous. He's just man.
Yeah, but
it's so grotesque.
Throw mama from the train.
Yeah, when he's
just
when
like
he's hitting on girls on his show, it's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst part.
And that's why she wants money, because she's like, if I'm gonna deal with you being a fucking creep and have to sit through this dog shit show, at least let me get a couple bucks for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I don't understand this either. So it's like, wait, so it's $20. Like Carl gives me $500, so I'm grateful for that.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the $20.
I feel like you need it, which is why.
Well,
I do that.
Wouldn't it be just better to go, hey, you know what? Can you do me a favor and come on? Because isn't $20 kind of an insult on both sides?
Fuck you, EDR. Now Trucker Andy's texting me, producer Chris are like $500. You really, this has been a real problem now, man. God damn it.
Hey, get more black people on there. Bring the price down.
John's like the dudes.
You're my only black friend, EDR. What do you want from me? What's that, Julie?
John's the dude who goes to the porn conventions in Vegas, and he goes and gets autographs and pictures with the porn stars. It's like he just wants to see her. So there's record of a hot chick on his show.
So you're saying he's Michael Gavin Ali? Yes.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
Called me Whitney and Whitney Ashley. So
Yeah, but I mean, I'm already paying you $20. Just show your face. All right, I'll give you another 5. Yeah, I'll pay 25.
Oh man,
it's so funny.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if I want to see a $25 face.
Yeah.
Could you imagine this guy at the car dealership? We get your monthly payments down to $325. What about $17? No, definitely not. Oh, so you're just going to leave $17 a month on the table?
Yeah.
Is
Louis
Ashley
Anderson.
a comedian? Is she a comedian?
No, she's a yoga instructor.
Yeah, close. She's a yoga instructor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which one to get all the talent in that family, if I'm being honest with you.
Hey, listen, there's talent in being able to bend like 12 different ways.
Sure.
Listen, I think the best payday for both of them right now is to get into the ring and settle this once and for all. You know what I mean?
So just seeing Ashley Cummings reminds me of a couple things that I wanted to talk about on the show. One of them is John sweeping for Keanu. So on New Year's Eve night, Keanu is on John's stream from the live comedy show they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Gino in the background performing to zero laughter, which is really weird. You don't want to hear, it sounds like a TED Talk. You don't want to hear a stand-up comedian in a big room and there's just no reaction to it, but whatever. And so Keanu's on there and Ashley comes on, and they used to do a show together, and they had a big falling out because it's Keanu. And so Ashley was telling her what's for, and John's like sweeping, oh, come on, let's make up. Why can't we all be friends? It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. And then Quadfather comes on the show a couple days later with Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, oh, come on, can't we all just be friends? Let's all just make up and figure this out.
But it was a little different the second time. The first time, it was a drunk dude trying to get two chicks to go into a threesome with him. He was like, listen, you're all beautiful. You know, let's just, you know. Yeah. Second night was a little different. He's like, can't we just get along, guys? You know?
Yeah. Keanu teaming up with John has not worked out well at all, because now she's just become like John. She's like a cry bully who's just talking mad shit about everyone. And then she's like, I don't know why people don't like me. I don't get it. What's going on here?
Also, John will bring on anybody who doesn't like her to be on with her.
Yes.
Well, that's for
it's hard to find people who like her though.
But that comes from watching his daddy Kevin all the time. So he's kind of borrowing from Kevin's format, which is send multiple people the link, have them all come on, and hope something comes out of it, or at least people will hate them enough to super chat so he can.
Right, but he's doing it wrong because Kevin knows enough to let them fight and sit back and let them fight. Whereas John goes, I know you're mad at her for this, but let's just say you're sorry. I love that. Say you're sorry. He's such a 7-year-old.
Why don't you just apologize?
Yes.
Right. That's where a victory lies for him is an apology from somebody publicly. Then you can never say anything bad about him ever again.
But even when Cardiff apologized to him for the dumbest fucking thing, the threatening to live stream the graduation.
Making a joke. He apologized for a joke.
Right. John still never let it go. So apologies actually mean nothing, even though he asks for them all the time.
Right. Well, there's never enough apologies for him. You know, he's constantly being wrong. He's constantly the victim. Every day he needs to wake up and hear, I'm sorry. First words out of somebody's mouth.
But the other thing I wanted to bring up real quick, and then we'll move on, because there's almost 1,900 people in here watching live right now, and I can't believe that, because we're not even talking about Scarlett Hampton, Matt Mead, Karmic Axe. I mean, that's all anyone wants to talk about right now. Are we going to have Karmic and Scarlett fucking at Hackamania April 10th through the 12th, promo code WTP at hackamania.com? I don't know. It's possible. There might be things in the works behind the scenes that I'm privy to.
How could we know?
But that's all anyone is talking about. And again, Keanu looks so foolish in all of this because Keanu is the one going, Matt Mead's great. No. He's not abusive at all. And everything that's come out is just like, oh, this guy's kind of a piece of shit. He's got some anger problems.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But I'm rooting for Karmic and his new girlfriend, Scarlett. Obviously things went really well with him and Felicia. I'm sure dating a porn star will go even better.
Well, he's got some experience under his belt now.
Oh, yeah. He'll definitely figure this out. This
That always turns out well.
Age of 32 will definitely figure this all out. All right. Another thing I want to talk about. This is just kind of a random thing. John was wearing a shirt the other day.
Okay.
That said sarcastic comment loading.
I recall, yes. Mm-hmm.
And it had that little thing on it where I was just like, so what happened was someone's like, oh shit, John's coming to Christmas. All right, let's get him something.
Oh,
and
no.
they're like, oh, John's a comedian. He has a good sense of humor. He'll like this shirt. And I get it. I have relatives who are out of touch, and they're just like, "Oh, Carl's into comedy here. This is funny, right?" I don't wear the shirt. You never wear that shirt ever. That's how desperate John is for clean clothes. I think.
Yeah,
he actually did that. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. The John's a loser. Okay, let's get into the main thing I want to talk about, because joining us on Point Dabble Point, this is a big deal, everyone. At Sheet Shitterson on Venmo, if you want to support this gentleman. Sheet Shitter, the great Sheet Shitterson documentarian. What's up, Sheet?
Hello, what's going on, guys?
Oh, man.
Congratulations on an amazing doc. Jen and I watched it Saturday night after I recorded WATP. We sat down, put it up on the big screen, and it was incredible. Very well done. It flows, it moves quickly, it hits all the major points. I love the aspect of hitting John head on with the Drew First Blood argument that John thinks is the be-all, end-all, that rights all of his wrongs and solves everything for him. So when did you come up with that to make that the main theme of the doc?
Well, actually, I had about 80% of this done about 2 or 3 months ago. But then John went on this rant of First Blood, and he kept on pounding it home in these last 3 to 4 months. And it was starting to frustrate me. So that's when I was like, I got to add this in. So I kind of scrapped a lot of what I did before just to get into that, because I think it needs to be put out there, because I've seen him bringing on all these new guests and stuff like that, and spreading his lies about how it all started, and it was starting to get frustrating. And I think the story, the origin of why everybody's doing what they're doing, needed to be told.
Yeah, and I thought the most brilliant aspect was the Anthony Cumia storyline, where it went back, and you did a great job interviewing him. Props on that. Where John goes, he just started putting pictures of my kids up on Twitter for no reason, out of nowhere. It's like, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you really delved into the whole history, because we've been doing this Living in the Past with Starring John series on the Who Are These Podcast bonus shows. And John was going hard at Anthony and Artie. They were doing a show together, nonstop every episode, talking so much shit.
Yeah.
And John always acts like he's just the victim. I'm just hanging back, just doing my thing, and these guys just come after me.
Yeah.
The main theme is with John is he's so thin-skinned. All of the things that he does, he's so harsh when it comes to other people, but when it comes back to him, man, he's a thin-skinned bitch.
Yeah, everything is trashing him. So Anthony just says he looked disheveled with the shirts he was wearing when he did stand-up, and I was able to get a good parking spot at the comedy club.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, this guy's trashing me.
And that parking joke was really, if you know that club in that area, it was 10 times funnier for people who know that club so it really was nothing. It was just friendly ball busting. It was anything that EDR and other comics would bust each other's balls about, having a shit turnout to a show. It happens to everyone.
Yeah. And if you said that to about yourself, if you got on stage and go, well, this is going to be a great show. It was great because, because it's, it's easier to park closer to the building. I mean, even if you said it about yourself, it would have been funny, and people wouldn't have taken it as rote as they did for he did. So, yeah.
Can I ask Sheet a question? I thought it was interesting that John paints 2 pictures with the release of part 2. One is, not that these are lies or blah blah blah. It's all shit we've seen before. That's one of his takes on it.
Right.
But the other thing was he kind of paints the picture as if his side hasn't been told. And I mentioned this when we premiered it, that John talking about this and setting up the saga is a current interview that Sheet did currently with him, specifically for this reason, for John to get his side of the story out. And I find it very odd. Isn't it odd that now he's painting this picture as if his side isn't represented at all in this documentary?
Well, during the interview, I told him I wanted everything that he had. He sent me those DMs between you and him. I said, give me everything. I want to really tell your side of the story. And that's another thing that he likes to misrepresent, is that I told him it was going to be a redemption arc, as far as it for sure was going to be a redemption arc. That's not what I said. I said it could possibly be a redemption arc if you give me all the evidence that they caused all this to happen, which he obviously couldn't do. So yeah, I think he really wanted me to just story tell and make it so it seemed like he wasn't the one that started all this.
Yeah.
But why? I don't understand why he even volunteered. This is what kills me. He has to have an idea where this is kind of go, but he still sticks to the fact that he believes his story is true, and he sits there and he tells you that again, even though we already, like you said, we know this story. And the thing that I like about what you did, Mr. Shitterson, is when I first turned it on, when it first came on, and there's that sunset, and you have his picture inset there, like the opening of The Outsiders and Pony Boy and whatever. I was hooked from there. You said something really cool, like crying baby swaddled in excuses. I mean, some of this stuff is just I mean,
it's very, very well done.
Listen, you give me this assignment, I go, hey, John's an asshole. Look for volume 3. You know, but you were just really detailed.
She's an incredible movie maker for sure. And you know, one of the things that's happened since this has come out is that you've offered to go on John's show and to talk through this. Because if John has a problem with your perspective on things, you're not giving him his voice, you're not showing both sides of this. You said, well, have me on your show. Let's talk about it. Let's hash it out. And John says, you need to reveal your identity. You need to come out without a mask. Like, he wants to be able to use this to weaponize it, to try to ruin your life.
Yeah. You know, a funny thing is I also have, I don't tell people my other accounts. I have a TikTok account that's pretty popular, and I'm on there all the time. And it has something to do with, well, it has nothing to do with the Dabbleverse. And I'm on camera all the time, and it's pretty popular. I'm on there because those people in that community aren't going to dox me and go after my job. Right. You see what I'm saying? But
I mean, this community won't either, but I know John and a handful of idiots.
Right. That's the thing here in this community. Like John, he will definitely go after me. Or there's some John cucks out there who really don't like me too, like, Jerry. So I can imagine them going after my job. And that's why I don't have my face. This is all created by him, him offering to dox or get the information from Cardiff, and all that stuff is just threats because he's threatening our livelihoods, basically. So why would I put my face out there? It's ridiculous.
He's still at it. He was doing it again this weekend with Lucy Tightbox. So he can't stop himself. Now, one of the things you did that was brilliant was breaking down the Alyssa Jordana video where John was clowning a mentally challenged person. And in the follow-up to that was even better because John saw that and is just like, look I didn't know he was mentally challenged. I'm half in the bag. I was smoking weed. I was drinking. And Sheet's there in the comment section going, you were half in the bag. Your kid was there. He brought Oscar into the video and showed him like, hey, look, there's my son, a young Oscar at the time, 10 years ago. And then he had to pretend that he didn't remember what was going on.
Instant amnesia, I call it. Instant. What? Who? I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah. First, he wasn't sure if that was true or not. And then he had to think about it. He's like, oh shit, these guys always have receipts.
Yeah.
I should probably figure this out.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm surprised he hasn't figured out yet. It's been 4 years and he hasn't figured out that everything that he said, that producer Joe has brought it up 900 times what he said and thrown it in his face. I try to do it. There's other people that do it all the time. Dabblers Anonymous are doing it all the time. Mm-hmm. So I don't get how he doesn't know that the shit that he says, we can look it up, we can look up his lies.
Yeah, he doesn't understand that technology. And you even explained it in the doc. You're like, they're all transcribed. I can just do an easy search on this. And you did some brilliant things where you just showed him saying dumb fuck over and over again and a lot of his catchphrases that really was well done. And I know you put a lot of time into that doc. So I'll just ask the very important question. And I'm sure you're relieved to have it done and have it out there. It's getting tons of views. Very positive response. Part 3. What do we got?
So right now, that sounds awful.
I knew it. I knew you'd say that.
These last 2 to 3 months have been just terrible. It's like I go to work, I get home, I edit. I go to work, I get home, and I edit. And it's just, and then
Take a
it's
break.
terrible. So I'm
Listen,
taking a couple months off.
Take
So
a
he
couple
needs
months
more
off.
money.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Send him more money to Venmo so he can quit his job and just do this full time.
Right.
At
There you
Sheet Shitterson on Venmo to support this artist. That'd be fantastic. The other thing that you did that was brilliant, I'll bring this up on Shuli's behalf, was you really cornered John on the Shuli's wife argument. So John goes, look at these people have shows and they're talking shit. Well, you know, your mom was on the Tonight Show. Your mom's been on your podcast. Well, she doesn't talk any shit though, or anything like that.
Right.
So remind me, when again did Shuli's wife say anything about you? And I think you also played VTL calling him out on that bullshit as well. So that was very well done. Do you think that's what John has a big problem with, that getting exposed for that?
Oh, well, I would think that's what would hurt him. But to be honest with you, I don't think he's so delusional that I don't think any of this hurts him. I think he's already twisted it in his head how I'm lying or I'm twisting the truth. And you know how he is. I really don't think there's any getting to him. That's what I was saying at the end. I'm just going to sit back now because I really did try to get through to him after Shuli showed up in our interview, and we had an hour-long conversation going back and forth, and I was really trying to reason with him and lay out what he needs to do and the things that he's been doing wrong, and it does not penetrate his skull. It just, there's nothing going to get through to him. So I'm just going to stay back and just say, hey, I'm just going to enjoy what he's doing and, just laugh at him. But, there's no getting through to him.
No, you're right. I love that you made that observation. I mean, you've been studying this guy as much as anyone, if not more. And you do come to this realization at some point where you just go, oh, there's no amount of logic and reason that will ever permeate this idiot's thick skull.
Yeah.
Everything goes through a filter, and everything, he's got this personality disorder where everything turns into I'm right and you're wrong. And he'll never learn any other way.
No.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Can I ask you, Sheet, will we ever see the footage of me entering the interview with John? Because I know he was crying pretty hard about that after it happened with you.
I don't think so. Just because I'm not going to say something to somebody, I'm not going to offer him not to show something and then turn around and then end up showing it. And that's what I did. I offered him not to ever show that. So, I got to stick to my word. I'm not going to,
I don't know if
like
I can.
John.
I don't know if I can bring this up, but let's talk about that real quick. So John agreed to do an interview with you. You did the interview. He stayed on for longer than he agreed to. So he seemed to be either enjoying himself or feeling like he was getting his voice out there. And then before you edited anything or put anything out there, he threatened to sue you.
Yeah. It all turned when I told him, what's funny is after Shuli showed up, me and him actually kept talking for a little. But then I told John, I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to send a little bit of our interview to Shuli so they can review it, just because I want people to get excited about the documentary. He will review it. He'll talk about it. People will talk about the doc. And then I told him, once I interview Shuli and Carl, I'm going to send you snippets, John, so you can review it as well.
Perfect. Oh,
And
I didn't even know that part. Okay, that's right.
And he, all of a sudden, that's when he went crazy. And he started, I don't know if that's what set him over the edge or if it was just happened to be that maybe his advisors started telling him that I was a piece of shit.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. But right after that, everything just fell apart. So, yeah.
That's very interesting because, we were going to play a couple clips on Dabble Point after the interview took place and kind of break it down. I think things that we're probably not going to make it into the doc because obviously you have a lot of footage that landed on the floor. But I didn't realize that you also said, hey, go ahead and take anything that Carl said. I'm not going to edit it. Take anything that Shuli said. And I mean, that would be gold for him.
Yeah.
Not only
it's
that,
exclusive content.
Not only that, but John could write the questions Sheet will ask us. Like you for once, you can actually write questions for something, John. And Sheet would ask us the questions, and he offered us the same thing.
Yeah. I did. Some of those questions that I did ask you guys word directly from John.
Right.
Like the DMs, I brought those up to you, Shuli, in the interview. A lot of the stuff obviously got in the cutting room floor because the thing was already an hour and 20 minutes. I'm not one of those guys that want to do like a 2-hour documentary that just seems boring. Yeah. So I like it to go quick. But yeah, a lot of those questions I asked both of you guys were directly from John. So I don't know why he didn't want to show.
Seems fair to me. But John would have a hissy fit if he knew Sheet was asking him questions that Carl and I wrote. And I said, oh, he would fucking lose it.
But why does he even volunteer to even do the interview? I mean, he the 2 times with Kate Meany have gone wrong. Everyone seems to have screwed him over. The Tukey with the black child thing still makes me laugh to this day. But it's like, why does he even say, hey, okay, I'll talk to you about it? I don't even know why.
I think it was the fact that I brought up there's a possible way for him to redeem himself. And I think that's what really got to him and was like, yeah, maybe I should do this. I think a couple of his advisors, actually, you might not know this, but I actually talked to a couple of his people that have his ear, and I'm friendly with them. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but I think maybe they were telling him, hey, he's straight up and he's not going to do anything crazy. So maybe that's why he did it too. I'm not sure.
But you weren't lying to him when you said that. All it was based on was if he could back up what he's been claiming all this time, and he couldn't.
No, he didn't. If you guys have seen the entire interview, now I've sent them to both of you. Well, obviously Shuli saw it; he was there. So you, the stuff that he was telling me is stuff that he has said over and over and over again. His stories. Yeah. It's like what you've always said, Julie. He's got a script.
But it was crazy that he went to the script, because I felt like in this format, with you asking him questions, we might actually get different answers from the guy. And immediately, first question in, he goes right to page 1 of the script. And anytime Sheet asked him a question, he would move to that page of the script and do that whole backstory. And
whenever I came with follow-up questions, that's when he got angry. He started getting angry because that was obviously off his script and he didn't know how to handle that. Just like you saw his face when I brought up your wife, Shuli. He didn't know what to do and he got really pissed.
Yeah. One of the things that was brilliant on there is, you bring up me putting the MP3 of his book on my Patreon, and he saw the link and Vegas Beer Sales Jerry and his publisher, and he goes through the list, and then you find the clip of him never talking about seeing the link himself, that someone told him about it. He's never downloaded, never looked at it. Now his story's changed. But I think, Sheet, I think you agree with this. I think that in John's head, he's telling the truth. I think he's convinced himself that this is what really happened because he repeats it over and over again. And these stories evolve over time and morph into this new reality.
Yeah. I think that he tests out his stories on everybody. When he's talking to Jerry and Ava over the phone, he throws them a new wrinkle into the story to see if they believe it and how it goes over. And once he builds the story in his head, that's the one that he goes out there in the world with. And then he'll just say it over and over and forget what originally happened. It's like the thing with Anthony. He's saying that he said the Pocky insults in retaliation, which I was blown away because there's so much video of him doing quite the opposite, which I was surprised when he actually said that to me. I was like, you're saying you did that in retaliation? That's crazy, Yeah,
that was well done. That was well edited. The other thing that I thought was brilliant, I just want to point out, so John loves to talk about how intelligent he is. He loves to prove how intelligent he is because he knows which planet's closest to the sun and which one's the hottest planet. And you found that Peekaboo Kids video on YouTube, spouting all the exact facts that John throws out there like he's a scientist.
Yeah.
How did you find that? That was incredible.
I to be honest with you, I was looking to see what grade level that information was, because I knew it was elementary, but I wasn't exactly sure. And that video happened to just pop up. And when I saw it and I heard it, I was blown away because that's like for toddlers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I say it's his awesome barstool trivia to wow the other drunks around him,
Yeah, and also get all that pussy that he's been getting.
Or killing.
All right. Sheet, I know you don't have long to be here, but I really appreciate you coming on. People should definitely check out your YouTube channel to watch the documentary. Watch it twice, watch it 3 times, and go to @Sheet Shitterson on Venmo if you'd like to contribute.
Thank you guys very much.
And just for the record, there's no dollar amount someone could offer you for that footage.
No, there really isn't.
All right.
All right, guys. I got to go.
Excellent work, man.
Excellent work.
You're
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God damn that. He put so much time into that.
He's got integrity. He's going to ruin this whole thing.
Right? Yeah, that's not what we do around here.
Coach Carl, don't you want to be in a position to go, looks like Sheet Shitterson turned on me?
Don't worry. My money's on John doing something that one day Sheet will be like, you know what? Fuck you then. Boom. And release it.
It was so detailed. I mean, I watched it twice because I was like, there was no slack in any of it. When he got to the part about GED and he put the timer on there, because John kept being able to say he was a comedian and fix stuff up, make stuff up really fast. It was just
OJ admitted to having a GED. What a loser! I know.
We did not plan this ahead of time. EDR, I had this ready to go. This is my favorite part of the talk. This is so brilliant. I love the monkey with the symbols in his brain.
GED. Hold on. GED. Good education, dummy. Is that what it stands for?
Not a writer.
The quick wit timer that he puts on there over 30 seconds. And I've watched EDR stand up a few times, and you're doing a lot of things off the cuff, moving around the room, quick things, quick wit. You got to respond. If you can't think of something in a second or two, you got to move on from it, right?
Well, not only that,
you're a plumber.
He's giving them initials, and if you start sounding it out loud, that's a sign, or looking up to the ceiling, and it's like, just let it go at that point.
I write a lot of jokes on the ceiling, but my vision's gotten bad, so now I can't read them anymore.
GED. It's like, oh man,
it's brutal. But that was a highlight. So thanks again to Sheet Shitterson.
It would have been great if he just got up and walked off screen and then came back with an answer. It would have been less embarrassing.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Vegas beer sales just texted him an hour later. Oh, I got something for this. Supertip.gg/WATP. Carol Dillon coming in.
Carl, I hope you are being nice to Token. I am here taking photos.
Fair enough. Stats Patrick's.
No supachas. No supacas. That's just my nature.
Anonymous $5 says, can you ask Jaleel how he managed to avoid typecasting after playing Urkel?
So again, all these black actors that come to people's mind. Here we go. It's like,
it never ends.
Can you believe these guys are obsessed with my cats? Just because I said Magento ate some of the roach killer I left open. A few days later, I nudged Magneto with my foot to check, but he had moved on. The other cats I transported cross country in my car because I didn't want to vaccinate or register them. Now another cat has disappeared. I'm great with pussy. I slayed over 200 pussies.
Thank you, Dang Lizard, the great Dang Lizard coming in.
Great
Much appreciated
too.
Yes, KFT. Don't call Lee County Animal Control at 239-523-7387. Yeah, don't do that. We keep it fun. Keep it above board. Stats Patrick's again.
No more super chats. No more super cats. Not in my nature.
Super cats.
We don't mind reruns on here. Sean, the producer, coming in.
It could be worse. I could be farting.
Yeah.
Or drooling. Or have snot dripping from my nose. What's your problem, Whitney? I mean, Ashley. Whatever you dump, fuck.
Titan 47.
Google says there is 7,100 spoken languages, and most of them have a word for cat. He can't block them all. Jen, when are you debuting the Herberger Network? See what I did there, Carl? Hi, Shuli.
Good stuff.
Hi. That was great.
Doogie.
My tours out of town end like a Jim Croce or a Leah flight. With someone dying as a result, got a nice water purifier, though.
What?
Skull.
It is a nice one. That's true.
Reverend Rage sent John pictures of Shuli's kids. Confirmed.
Wow.
I would hope not.
Come on, Reverend Ray those things above board.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That's not the Reverend Rage I know.
Right, yeah. Shell the producer says that John GED segment was pure Chip Chipperson. Yeah. There's so much that John does that he doesn't realize he's actually the real life Chip, which is why Sheet Shitterson picks up on this stuff. Reverend Rage, $2 says, John calls your wife fat. You want Joe to fight for you.
All right, I'll have my wife fight him then. What do you want me to do?
Bacon
Now,
Bits
see, I'll
25.
pay for that.
You know, I mean, Joe offered to fight him, you know?
Bacon Bits 25. EDR is always great on PDP. Carl's okay too, FSJ. Thanks, Bacon Bits. Appreciate it. Deviant Gourmet says, as a new member, where is the Discord link, Kev? And yes, Animal Control needs to be involved. Quad, Chad, Sarah McLaughlin.
all the heavyweights.
I think we need to know, just so we know what the ending is to this. I think we've all pretty much believed that they're dead, but I'm curious on, did he get rid of them? Are they still there? I mean, nothing is beyond the imagination of what he could be doing. I mean, nothing would surprise me at this point.
I'm sure he has nose blindness, so if those cats are rotting in the house, he wouldn't know.
That's bad.
And again, the cover-up, the fact that he hasn't mentioned this for any type of sympathy or super chats, that's the way this guy operates, right? When he sits here and goes, this is my last show, that's all an act to get money from people. When he sends the links out to all these people, he doesn't give a fuck about any of these people. This is just a way to get more money. He's not going anywhere. So the fact that he has not only not said a word about this, but is turning down hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, he could get Ashley Cummings on his show dozens of times for the kind of money that he's turning down. It's
with
crazy.
her makeup on.
Right, makeup on. Right. It's crazy.
You could pick the outfit she comes on. That's how much money you'd make. But for him to turn all those things down, to block the word cat in chat, to go silent on this, all it's doing is getting people's mind racing with the worst case scenarios. And now when he comes out and says something, nobody's gonna. Why'd you wait so long? You know.
So you think he tries to find, or borrow? I don't know what it would be. Another cat that looks like that one, just to be able to, I would put that past him.
That's a theory.
Yeah. Cat will have paint on it.
Who are these .coms where you can find the link to our Discord server? Free to join. Sign up over there. Grandpa Ernie $2 says, breaking news, Reverend Rage is Abba's alt account.
Get him.
Wouldn't be surprised. Locks and Doc says, Point Devil Point is hands down the best show you guys do. I love the rotating panel. Agreed.
Thank you, Locks and Docs.
Revenge of Penis Wrinkle says, why is Ashley Cummings a thing in our lives now?
You want her out?
Brennan for that, I think.
You want her out? $35. I'll never have to hear from Ashley again.
You know what? It's interesting because I did see something with her and what's the other? Is Kiki and Keanu the same person basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw them going back and forth, and it was kind of like a cat fight thing happening there. So they don't like each other too much. But does she? But Kiki does comedy, right? She's a comedian. Does comedy?
Yes, she does comedy.
Okay, and she's married to Gino
Biscotti.
Comedy.
Yep.
Okay.
James Q Legend, member for 6 months, says animal abuse Shuli and a guy with a serial killer name. Today's show is challenging.
We'll get through it together.
Andy the trucker got a nice tan this weekend.
Thank you. My penis is bigger too.
I see what he did. Drew First Blood.
I didn't get it either. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was good. Drew First Blood. I'm already paying. Just kiss me on the mouth. Seriously.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. Sorcerer, you guys rule. You rule, Sorcerer. Hopefully I'll see you in Vegas for Hackamania. Oh, John's threatening to come to Hackamania. I'll talk about that in a second. Mark Davis, stupid fucking haircut, says, nobody ever been as mystified as mid-women as SJ. Never been as mystified by mid-women.
Yeah.
As Senator John. Yeah, he's in love every time. He's so hard up.
He'll take anything he can get at this point.
It's been a
really
long time since he's gotten laid. Nick in Fort Wayne. Carl doesn't even fake laugh at Shuley. Sad. I'll fake laugh at Shuley. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get there. It's a long show. Oscar Turner, I love my new dad.
I'm sorry. I was just laughing, thinking, do you think Nick in Fort Wayne does the hang loose in every picture, or just in the one he used as his avatar?
No, I think that's his move. I think that's his
That's the move, right?
D. Martik said, one usually has to visit a Nevada brothel to witness these kinds of financial negotiations. Seriously. Why don't you put your mouth on it? Well, for double, I will.
I'll give you $5.
Give you $5. Naveed was great in Edward Scissorhands. I agree. Pretty good performance.
Good pull.
By the way, that I learned today that every time Ava's dead named, Ava makes money from that because of a class action tort suit or something. I don't know. None of it made any sense.
Wow.
Good for Ava.
How do I get in on that?
Ava's making a lot of money. Well, you got to change your name first and be a freak show.
All right.
Brian,
I'm gonna go get my
Minucci.
tits. I'll be right back.
Julie, stop being a Jew. Change your name to like Bryant or something.
Oh, I like that.
At least give them a Viking funeral down the canal. Skull. Yeah, I think that's might be what's happening. Throw in a Raiders golf cart, John. You can drive drug too. So good negotiations.
He's a great owner.
Mr. DBS, he's a terrible owner. They're the worst team. Like, what number? This is my last show. Are we on from Stunt Show? Oh, good question.
So many.
I'm sure Frog could look that up. Sheet. Anyway, TSN can show the Shuley arrival to John's interview behind the paywall. Well, the negotiations, I think, are ongoing with that. Also,
we would show it. We would show. Like, what's he gonna do? Sue us? You know what I mean?
Fuck that Sheet Shitterson. We'll do what we want.
All right.
Also, a realistic painting of Charles Woodson's dong. That's pretty good. Old show. Heather W. A mess, but another SJ victim.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Heather W. He is broke enough to borrow a cat, EDR. EDR, how's your new gently used RO machine doing? See, Joe Corson, right? That's not what's going on.
I'm telling you,
here.
that's not sorry, folks. That's not a
thing.
black theft. We've discussed it at the meeting. That we don't need those.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Matter of fact, you're shunned if you come in with a reverse osmosis water system. We don't want to have to say that.
Can I throw out one other thing I just thought of regarding the cats?
Yeah.
So let's say he puts somebody in charge to watch over these cats, and he comes back to a dead cat.
Yes.
How does he not tell that story where he's not at fault? He wasn't even home. He paid to have this person watch it, and he comes back to a dead cat. He gets to be the victim. He gets sympathy, and it's not his fault.
So here's, and I know this is not the right answer, but if he was a normal person, he'd go, I did have someone watch the cats, but they're also a person who gets day drunk at the bar with me every day and probably not a responsible human that I should have given my house keys to.
Right.
But you're right though, Shuley. Like that, you would think he'd be like, yes, fucking Sativa Bill or whatever his friends are down there.
And by not saying that, then that tells me nobody was taking care of these cats.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Because actually, everyone's speculating that it happened while he was in New York, but he was in New York for what, 10 days or something, like over a week. But the long weekend trip he did to Indiana and Ohio, that makes more sense. He just put out a bunch of food.
Yep.
And maybe water, maybe not.
Yeah.
It's just fucked off.
No, that's.
Could you imagine torturing a cat like that?
God.
That being on your conscience?
No.
It's like serial killers do that shit, man.
No.
All right. Jen put together a clip package for us. Jen was watching the January 3rd episode. Before we get to that, though, John is threatening to come to Hackamania, hackamania.com. Hack to the Future. This is our third year in a row doing Hackamania, April 10th through the 12th in beautiful Las Vegas. Save 10% with promo code WATP off your ticket. You're going to want to be there. But John's saying, last year Beer Sales Jerry was there. He showed up to our little meet and greet Thursday night. It wasn't a meet and greet. We were all just hanging out.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him for a while. And I was like, you coming to the shows at all this weekend? He's like, no. And then he was there at every show.
Yeah.
Right.
And basically he was there to try to get photos of Cardiff and get Cardiff's identity. So John now is saying that he's going to go to Hackamania. And the funniest part is he goes, we're going to sneak in to Hackamania.
Good luck.
What, no one's going to be looking down at the time?
No.
Hey, who's that little guy?
Anything moving under 5 feet, everyone's going to suspect it's him.
Yeah, there
that's
goes
why,
John.
that's why it's going to work. I have a source, I won't say who, that told me Jerry has purchased a 7-foot trench coat that will be used in the or a horse costume. I don't know which one they're going to go with, but
It's got to
watch
be the
out.
horse costume.
No, I'm the front. You're the horse's ass, Jerry. You fat
Oh,
fuck.
please. Listen, there's no way he's coming in as the back end of the horse.
No.
If they do the trench coat thing, I think Cardiff and Patrick Mitchell will still be taller than them.
Yeah, that's
Surprising.
true. Yeah.
But,
But again, he said he's going to come because he wants to have a talk with Rocco and with Lardif and with OJ. But he also said, "Yeah, I'm not going anywhere for free." He goes, "I'm not. I have to get a gig set up there first." Which all he really wants is somebody to pay for his ticket. He doesn't want to do a gig. He just wants a free ride out there. That's all.
He's working on the comedy club owner to give him a ride out there.
I got to pick it from where? Cape Coral?
Yeah. He's got a relationship. He goes, 4 hours or 16 hours. What's the difference? You know?
Yeah, Brad Garrett's like, no, I'm not driving you from Cape Coral back to Vegas. Sorry, it's not
Let
happening.
me ask you a question quickly. So you would think that going out there that he would you guys pay for that? Would you guys pay to have him come out there? Is it worth it to have him out there, or does that spoil the whole thing of it?
I think Patrick made an offer to John. I can't remember. Patrick's offering fucking every idiot room and board for this thing. So I think that offer was made to John to come out. I'm not sure. But it is funny that John is saying he's going to come out to settle everyone's hash when he had that opportunity in Atlantic City last year and everyone just stood up to him. We saw it happen with Patrick and with Rocco. They just stood in front of him like, hey, John, what's up? And, nothing happened. Now, Atlantic City this year, I haven't announced this yet, but I believe a big WATP crew is coming out to Atlantic City. We're planning on making the journey this year to play some poker at the Borgata.
Borgata.
What date is
or
that?
a bodega. Or a bodega.
Yeah, I know,
whatever,
makes more
whatever
sense.
works.
So it's the Super Bowl weekend.
Okay.
EDR, if you want to come meet us. I know you're not too far from there.
Yeah, that might be a thing.
Okay.
Is John going to show up?
So John recently was saying he won't go unless someone pays for it, because last year VTL covered it. And he was telling Sorcerer live on his show as Sorcerer was chatting that he's just like, well, I'm not going to pay. I mean, I'd go, but I'm not going to pay for it. So he's looking for a handout for that as well.
But what would
He's
his
such a cheap
contribution
fuck.
be? Just showing up? Is that what we're doing? I mean, because you can
Drinking
listen.
beers.
You're in Atlantic City. You probably can get the Philly Fanatic for cheaper, and he'll probably get laid before John does.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. He's going to be better dressed.
That's his problem. He's not bringing anything to the table. I mean, pitch something, set up a fight booth, and anybody who doesn't like John can come over, pay $100, and fight him in a little
Dunk
booth. Why
tank
not?
Dunk Tank is so harmless, but yet so many people would line up around the block.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. And all he has to do is sit there. When I met him when he came out through Pennsylvania the night after his show, and I sent you that picture, Carl, it was a totally different other guy. And what actually got to me that made me feel kind of bad for him is I was coming up behind him and the guy that runs it says, hey, this guy wants to get a picture and meet with you. And he turned around with such look in his eyes, like before he saw me, he was like, oh, okay, who can this be? And he looked like he had to defend himself in some kind of fashion. And it was so sad to be able to see. And I actually sat down to him and he goes, yeah, I got to get up and I got to drive all the way back. And you sat there and I felt so bad. And then it was weird because he looked like he was kind of a lonely guy. He was definitely hitting on the other comedian's girlfriend, like you would not believe. But he seemed like a nice enough guy.
I've heard this account from other people too. I mean, OJ recently hung out with him in Ohio, and you hear the same kind of thing where he's just looking for connection, but he's also paranoid. He's looking over his shoulder. But if you're going to saddle up next to him and grab a beer with him, he loves that. He can't wait for it. So why does he have to go on the show and act like this big tough guy who's going to fight everybody? It's so silly and childish. Okay, answer my own question.
The reason why OJ was like he was really nice is because It's not on a show. He's off the air, so he's got his guard down. But the problem is the next day. This is with a lot of whack packers. High Pitch Eric, Sour Shoes. So fun to meet them that night. And you even exchange information with them. And then a day or two later, and now Eric's blowing your shit up nonstop. Sour Shoes is calling you nonstop. And guess what stops being fun? Now they're in your life.
Hold on,
you're in
Shuey.
their life. Yeah.
You're telling me you don't want phone calls from Sour Shoes all day long? Because sign me up for that. That sounds fucking awesome.
You know how many people I met like you who said, sign me up for that? And 2 weeks later, they're going, please, I have to change my number. Tell him to stop.
Sour, I want to have you arrested.
Yeah.
Sour? Is your dad there, Sour?
Yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning. Your phone rings, you pick it up. Good morning. You know, and it's just Sour fucking screaming.
All right,
at
you're
you.
right. I take it back. I'm stupid. Good point.
But yeah, it's a full-time job. It's a full-time job to be his friend. You have to agree. These are his guests. They are agreeers. They are not guests. They are not people that have a point of view that will ever go against what John's saying.
Yeah.
Eric Nagel, the chat says, She'll used to forward Sour Shoes calls to our office to talk to us.
Yeah. I used to torture everybody with him.
Yeah, Sam Roberts wants to hear from you. Call him.
Yeah. You know, it was funny the night I even met him. This is really weird. It was like, I wanted to buy him a meal, you know, he just looked like he just needed to eat.
Yeah.
And then the next day when he's on the air and he's talking about eating his frozen pizza and
Hungry man.
Yeah,
That's right. That was the next day he did the pizza, right?
Yeah, and he did a pizza, and I was like, man, because I went home and I go, why do I want to make sure this guy is eating? You know, because he looked like that. He looked nothing like what you hear on this podcast and everything. He just nothing like it.
He's a tiny man too, right?
He's a small dude. He's very small. He's very cylindrical. You know, if I'm telling you, if you were drunk and you walked on him, you'd shove a letter in his face because you think he's a public mailbox. That's how he's changed.
Well put. Over 2,000 people are watching right now. Hit like, hit subscribe. We appreciate you guys being here. I put Jenny Jingles to work today. She was checking out the episode from Saturday. First, she was checking out the episode from yesterday, but that turned out to be just John.
Oh, it's political.
Hearing Brian Karam
so
spout his nonsense.
Boring.
Yeah. So we're looking at the Saturday show. Jen, what did you pick up on?
Well, he launches into trashing Shuli right off the bat, and that's my clip 2.
Okay.
What the hell? I didn't sign up for this, Jen.
Oh,
sorry.
You know it. It's
Enough said.
unbelievable how easily you sheep are duped by a high school dropout. I mean, it's unfathomable considering he's unlikable. Everyone hated him at Stern. He's a high school dropout.
You mentioned that already.
His best friend is doing time for being a pedophile. The same friend that came up with the title of his show and his network.
Oh, is that true? Why am I still hanging out with Shuli then? I had no idea that was going on. Wow.
I don't know if it's true. He gave me Red Bull air quotes. So.
Yeah.
His producer now pulled a gun on a 77-year-old, got arrested, and got his ass kicked.
So much cooler crime, if I may say,
right.
producer-wise. And looks like I've learned my lesson.
Sure.
Found the right guy now.
I didn't know what. He just launched into this with no explanation or anything. That's the first thing he said on his show. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bud. But
I think he watched the documentary, right? Or at least some of it.
I think
And he
that's
was
where we're
fired up.
going now because clip 3, John starts talking about moles, not
But-
skin moles.
This is who you would rather believe, like this Chris Fight guy, who was on the Puppet Show. Now,
Okay, so it's very funny. Jen, follows this stuff as much as anyone can. But like, you wouldn't know any of what's going on.
No, I didn't.
On the puppet shows earlier that day, B. Dabbler had this guy who's been sending pizza everyone call into the show, and then Vince the lawyer called in. And those two guys started talking to each other. And John provides zero context of any of this. It just goes into this. The Chris Pike was on the puppet show. Like what?
Because he's too lazy to even watch. Carl, this is all stuff that's coming to him from Jerry and
good
Ava.
point.
It's
Yeah.
all secondhand information. And this guy, when he gets a message, it's like the telephone game, except he's the only one playing. And by the time, by the time it comes
just
out,
takes one person.
yeah, it's a completely different fucking, what was it? Purple Monkey Dishwasher on The Simpsons, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's also too lazy to set up his story with anything. So people
That's-
coming in, it's like he's lazy about that too.
Well, to Shuey's point, because he doesn't know. He's just
Right.
repeating what he was told.
The whole problem and the whole narrative that you losers are missing is the following. When I said Shitware was my mole, we also said Brent Hatley was our mole. We also said JD Maya was our mole. We also said Mehmet was our mole. And that's a fact, Jack. And even Liquid Cryptid, who I'm not a fan of since he just steals my content, but even he.
By the way, that channel's down, right? It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did John
He's
strike
on
that?
Rumble. He's on Rumble.
Okay. Good to
Shout out
know.
to Liquid Cryptid on Rumble.
Yeah, Liquid Cryptid, awesome. But I was looking for him the other day, and it looked like he was gone. So someone struck him.
Played the clip where Royce and I said other people were our moles as well.
This defense is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
John's like, was I trying to get Shuey fired? Yeah, but I was also trying to get Brent Hatley fired, Mehmet fired. I was trying to get everyone fired. Why is that a good thing, you idiots?
and why? That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And why would you do that?
The more the better for him.
Well, that was always my question from when all this started. When he started with the mole rumors and then the summit meeting video. The one thing I kept saying to myself is, why? Why is this guy, like, we've never had a beef. We never had a problem. I interacted with him as much as I interacted with Howard, but very briefly, because every time I would call in, John was usually the guy answering the phones. So, I don't understand where this all came from other than the guy's just pissed that he's not there anymore and he doesn't like the people that are there now. And
He
this
never
is what
even
he's gonna
met
do about
JD
it.
Harmeyer and tried to get him fired.
Yeah,
like,
with some
what's your
really
beef with
nasty
JD?
and really nasty accusations and like way below the belt. It's not a bit. It's not a fucking, he's
wasn't
a
it?
scumbag.
Not to give this error, but I've heard things that's probably true. But it wasn't JD like being creepy with women or something like that. It's like that has nothing to do with his job on the Howard Stern show.
No, the whole show was creepy with women.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But why reach out to SiriusXM's HR department with
Right.
this shit? It's nothing to do with anything.
They pitched wrapping a naked woman up in carpet and running her up and down in an elevator. There wasn't, I mean, what are we talking about here?
Right.
JD's a fucking weirdo. Everybody is.
John is creepy with women.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Right.
very creepy with women.
He's a sex
Oh my
pest.
goodness. I
He
can't
really
even
is.
watch him when he starts talking to women. It's just, and the faces he makes, they're like, oh my goodness. It's just,
He's a ghoul.
this guy hasn't been in 5 years. It's got to be at least 5 years that he's been laid. And he talked about having a date the other day. I'm going, that's a lie. I can't imagine any woman meeting him and saying, yeah, let's get together. No
Yeah,
woman
that's
is
a good
that
point.
thirsty. No woman is that hungry. Okay.
What did you do to George Costanza at some point? Just go, I'm going to do everything the opposite of what I'm doing. Nothing's working for me. I'm going to do everything. Like if John came on and was just like, oh, Ashley, you look like shit. What a dumb bitch you are. Like he might start getting his dick wet again.
He will never get his dick wet.
Listen, you could be a loser, you could be ugly, you could be anything. But once you get labeled creepy, it's over. Creepy's
Can't come
over.
back from that.
Nope.
Good point.
So my clip 4 is What's the shitwayers narrative then?
It was obviously not directed at the shitware. It was obviously directed at getting Baba Booey and Howard to go crazy trying to see. But I knew they weren't even watching. They didn't care. They didn't know anything about it. So for the shitware to make this his narrative on why I'm such a piece of shit is such.
Well said.
So wait, did John just say he was doing that to fuck with Baba Booey and Howard?
Yes.
But then he also admitted that he knew that they weren't watching it.
Yes.
And so that wasn't going to do anything because at the time, John said multiple times that he knows for a fact Gary listens to his show and that's what feeds content for Howard's show.
Yes.
So now he's saying he knew they didn't watch. So then what is the point of this? Okay, so if they're not listening and you're saying that Shuli's the mole, then who is that for then?
Right.
Good question. That's a good question.
Right. If a podcast airs in the woods and nobody's there.
Yeah.
Well, also the fact that he's like his official narrative. There are many reasons why we are at this point. There isn't one particular thing that you've done, John, that I'm like, I'm going to go after this guy. It was just building and building and building, and I just had enough.
But also, can I just say, because, Shuli, for whatever reason, came on WTP the first couple times. It was like, John was a regular segment. She was like, I don't want to go there. He was taking the high road, which he didn't have to do at all.
No.
There's no reason why you needed to take the high road. John's always been a prick to everyone. He's always lashed out at everyone. And she was just like, nah, I'm better than that. I'm not going to do that. Until the point where it's just like, why the fuck wouldn't he?
Right.
Why wouldn't Shuli start clowning this guy? He's the most clownable guy in the universe.
And John gets into all of this.
And it's fun. It's so fun to do. I could tell that Shuli was chopping at the bit like, oh, I really want to do a John segment. Like, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah. Why I waited so long, I don't know, but we're here now. Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God he figured it out.
Well, I will tell you this. John is not good at doing a sheep impression. Then that's clip 5.
I don't have a clip.
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to tell you, I don't have a clip 5.
Oh, why?
It's missing. It didn't show up in your upload. I know. That's the one I don't have. I was hoping you were going to say there is no clip 5. Do you want to do it for us? Do you want to reenact?
No, I don't even know if I could do it.
I have the audio drop of him doing. He says, "You're all sheep," and then does this sound.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Even the sheep stutters.
Even the sheep stutters. Shout out to Mars. Thanks for getting that for me.
Thanks,
buddy.
Mars.
Yeah, well,
that's great.
John's a truth teller, and he's got the receipts, and that's clip 6.
Okay.
But this is Rick right there is proof of everything that I'm saying. Shitware, the only reason. Okay.
All right.
Get it together.
Start over.
If I show you the DMs between me and Shitware, everything was fine with us after I said he was the mole. That's a fact check. I have the receipts.
Okay.
And then he goes on to read some of those chats, and that's clip 7.
Right.
We were tweeting each other way after I said he was a mole. So here we are.
Let's see.
I could show this to you, I guess. And then on October 16th of 2019, I say, hey man, just wanted you to let know off the record that we were not targeting you. It could have been anybody sitting there. Jason Will, JD Mehmet. As I said to Ronnie, the guy needs his comeuppance. Not guys, I meant Howard Stern.
What?
Then I asked him to come on my show in 2000.
Okay.
That's a crazy thing to text.
So this is after the lobby thing in the hotel. And he sends me a DM going, "Hey man, we weren't targeting you. This is after all the mold shit." And he comes and interviews me in the lab. Hey, it could have been anyone. Meanwhile, he didn't go and interview anyone else. They were all behind me. So I don't respond, right? I don't. All this back and forth he's talking about is not a back and forth. It's John DMing me when he needs or wants something, and then insulting me when I don't reply.
Okay.
Well, I'm going right to clip 9 because that's when John addresses that specifically.
Oh, okay. He grabbed it from him chugging against
Those questions obviously weren't pointed at the shitware. The proof's in the pudding. They were generics, as we used to call them, goofing on Howard Stern and Baba Booey. That was it. Could have been anybody. Shitway just happened to be the dumb fuck that was sitting closest to the lobby.
Yeah, I'm a big dumb idiot that sits in the lobby of a hotel.
You just happen to be the closest one to him.
Why the fuck are you near the elevators, you idiot? Why did you
Why do they make lobbies? Why do they make lobbies if you don't want people sitting in them, assholes?
Why did you let someone steal your RO system, Carl? You fucking moron! Like, these people are the weirdest insults you've ever heard.
You're so stupid. And then he gets into the whole how Lady K gives you permission to do a show about him.
Oh my God, this is a rerun. We've heard this so many fucking times.
He's a rerun.
I know. Is this clip 10?
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Lady K himself. He said, when Shitware asked me if he can do the same thing I was doing, I figured, why not? John's streaming every day. So there's plenty of John to go around. But then when I went away, he said, shit, now there's not plenty of John.
Okay.
There's plenty of you, John.
Fun tale.
Yeah, and but John's better than all of us because he doesn't talk about just one person every day, all day, and that's clip 11.
Okay.
But let me ask all you losers like Rick and the rest of the sheep here. What do I
what a
play
pro.
Shitway Eclipse on every fucking show?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Well, until he started striking
Is
us.
my show
Right. No, he
geared-
used to go to Shuli's Anonymous on every episode and just start scrolling and just start hitting play on whatever he could find on there.
His entire show.
Now he's above that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is my show geared to the harassment of one individual?
No, you harass multiple individuals and you try to get them fired and you try to dox them, and it's very different.
How about you go after individuals' spouses and careers? And
Yeah.
Fucking
And exes for no reason. Yeah. Thought exes were off limits. Oh, you can't talk to Susanna. Okay.
Even the mob don't go after exes.
Do I sit here and fucking you say the same thing every single day?
Yes! That's what I was just saying.
About one person.
Are you going to wait for the answer? Because you didn't have to on that one. I was quick.
I'll wait.
You don't have to.
Sheet Shitterson? Chris Fike? The answer is no.
Courtroom John. Jury John.
I hate when he interviews himself. Am I the greatest broadcaster of all time? I am.
Yes, I am.
Thanks
I
for
ask
asking.
you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is this not a sheep?
If you put that with the chord,
Did he call him Sheep Shitterson at any point? 'Cause that's a missed opportunity.
he wouldn't come up with that. Well, I don't know. I didn't get all the way through. Maybe he
All right,
figured
fair
it out.
No, he's still struggling on GED.
Yeah. Well, he wants to know, I mean, who's a piece of shit here? Who is the piece of shit?
Let's find out.
That's clip 12.
The answer is no. So who is the piece of shit here? Think about it.
Can I guess?
Wait.
I bet it's the Jewish guy.
I don't need them. They need me.
He's so stupid.
Yeah. He is
I
pretty
know
dumb.
I said this before, but I am so glad he is not black because I'd have to strike your channel. And this doesn't
I
prove
understand.
we wouldn't get this many episodes if this guy was black because people would be turning you off. You're talking about fatigue. Oh my goodness.
Thank God he's Puerto Rican. Is that what we're all saying right now? EDR. Yes, I agree with you.
Well, no, wait, he's part
European, but let's not bring that part up. Let's just focus
he's a
on
cashew, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I know. I wish I could have gotten farther into this, but I ran out of time. But I have one more clip, and that's he talks about the 2 biggest whales in the Dabbleverse.
Oh, my wife again? This fucking asshole.
When I was doing my show with Royce, how did this whole thing start? Lady K decided to include me in his review of podcasts, which I don't know how he has the right to review podcasts when he looks like this when he's broadcasting.
Exactly.
All right, Shuli. But you're finally agreeing with John now.
Oh my God. I've been meaning to tell you for years. It's so annoying.
Oh. But either way, he decided to go after Opie, me, and a bunch of other shows, but he focused on the 2 biggest whales.
He has a big whale.
Yeah. Oh, like Opie doesn't have the quality that John has in the sense his reaction to things.
Right.
Opie just kind of sets it up himself and walks into it himself, whereas John is like a toy, and people play with John.
John has said it himself. He shouldn't have reacted the way that he did to the review because none of this would be happening if he had just been cool. But he's got to threaten to break people's legs. And
so that definitely accelerated things because he became a regular on the show because of the way he reacted to it.
Yeah.
However, and I've said this before, the Dabbleverse would not become the Dabbleverse. It'd be called something else. But John would be the biggest lolcow on the internet, regardless of whether WATP ever covered him or the Uncle Rico show started. There's no way people wouldn't have discovered this guy and be like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. And started covering him regularly.
Maybe.
And there's new creators all the time. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, but I don't know. Would he have gotten enough ears on him to...
I think so. I think people would have eventually figured it out. This is interesting. There's a new guy who's putting out videos, Dabbling Doofus. You guys seen Dabbling Doofus yet?
I hear he's good.
Okay, yeah, he is good. He is good.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Melendez Minute, where we're going to break down the John Melendez podcast from January 2nd and 3rd, starting with the Super Chat total for 2026. So take a look at it. We're up over $1,200 for about 11 hours of podcasting, which puts John about $100, $110 an hour, which is not bad for a deadbeat loser with absolutely no discernible skills.
So what this guy does is he's very focused on the amount of money that John's making. He has the totals up in the corner, and he'll go through and just recap the things that John talks about. Now, if you're listening to this, because we do put this out on our Patreon for people who like to listen to podcasts. So John, it's an animated version of John with the Duke background, but this guy's not trying to do a John impression or anything. He's just dabbling doofus.
Just the best John's ever looked, by the way.
No shit. He wishes he looked like those. The movie star.
Except begging off the internet. So good on him. We've seen some pretty interesting changes in John now that he's so flush with cash. He switched his cheap ass beer from Busch Light cans to Michelob Ultra bottles, the premium stuff.
So this guy's more of just a journalist, you know?
Yeah.
Some of us like to do commentary.
He knows his shit. He knows his stuff, and he's right.
Yep.
I don't you think John is like slightly, I mean, this sounds weird, but slightly flattered in a certain way? I mean,
yeah,
all this attention, and you would think he would look at, like, I look at the Sheet Shitterson thing and I go, my goodness, this guy took time out of his life to piece together something like this. Now, it may not be in the way you want it, but you go, damn, I'm actually influencing people enough where they go, I'm going to stop down from wherever he is. And I don't know, of course, to the at the end of the credits, they said there was a Mrs. Sheet Shitterson who we thanked at the end of it. But yes. I'm like, I'm taking it away from my life and my family to come up with something which is a piece of art. If nothing else, he should take it away and go, boy, this is pretty classy, pretty clever.
Yeah, but you're talking about a guy who's bothered by the way the documentary is put out, not by his actions, not by the stuff he's guilty of. That doesn't bother him at all. It doesn't even exist. There's an excuse for all of them. So he's done nothing wrong. And that kind of, shield up, there's no getting through that, man. There's nothing.
Yeah. No, but he does take pride in that. He literally says, I'm the Duke of the Dabbleverse. None of this would exist without me. And I think there are times when he gets hit real hard with a lot of shit that he has to take on. And so in order to cope with that, it's back to, look at how important I am. There's this documentary that's coming out and everyone's talking about it. And I have a whole subreddit dedicated to me, and Shitwayer and Snaggletooth dedicate their fucking lives to me. And he loves it.
I thought for sure when he, at one point he started embracing DJ Dabble's The Downtown song.
Yeah.
And he thought, wow. And then I thought, oh, wow, that's about me. And I sound pretty cool. All the mixes that DJ Dabble has done, if nothing else, makes him look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Forget the fact that DJ Dabble's put all his work in it and put it all together. It still makes him look pretty cool.
Yeah, John thinks he co-produced that with him, right?
Yeah,
John's
I'm
like a
walking around
co-creator.
singing those songs in my head,
I love that Just Do It made it into the documentary.
Yes, I love that's
awesome.
one of my favorites.
That's one of the better ones by. All right. Supertip.gg/WATP. Sean, the producer, is here, and he's enjoying it. The fact that John is threatening to go to Hackamania means that he's not going to Hackamania. I agree.
Yeah.
And the fact that he thinks that we'd be scared of that. That's the other thing, too. All these fucking idiots. At one point, Gino's talking about going, and, Karmic is talking about going, and Mersh, and all these guys just like, everyone's welcome. Tickets are available. Hackamania.com. Promo code WATP. Everyone's welcome to come.
All those guys are in the Dabbleverse anyway. I mean, it's kind of like it's like a Comic-Con, I would think.
It's their convention, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, yeah,
you should be
it's
there.
like no matter what. Listen, even the villains show up at the Comic-Con.
Right?
So
exactly. Curtis' illegitimate son says, "Me and Crazon are waiting for daddies to love us."
Always good to see producer Chris, but doesn't he know some people think blackface is wrong?
They got every character.
Listen,
Triton 47.
John is a pathological.
Sorry, what's that?
No, I said I want to be on one day with Kumia. I
That'd be
think
great.
No, listen, I'm kind of a fan. I mean, I listen to his show, and there's some places where that they're a little crispy, but he ain't lying about a lot. That's for sure.
Yep. No, I think you guys would hit it off. I mean, some of the debates between him and Patrice O'Neill are just legendary from the old O&A show. And those guys were really good friends.
Liar, as long as he believes the lie, he's always speaking the truth.
I agree with that. Oh, wait, this man on Mars comes in with Lisa Boswell.
John is going to hide in the bathroom at Hackamania like was going to do at DabbleCon 2. Also, that Ava is obviously mentally ill. She really needs help.
Yeah, Ava's playing a character. Ava's a phony person.
You do know that King of All Blacks and Big Black had a very popular radio show. Short-lived, very popular. Big Black did not want to get off the dole and quit. Never take his call. He is trash.
Black on Black. Remember that.
Big Black's a regular contributor to Be Dabbling Live. He's way into the Dabbleverse. He's all in.
I am Goldfold. Who's the ashy Danny Glover Schwartzy on your panel? Has no King of All Blacks fee.
Dang Lizard coming in. $5 says, why is there no Mark Maron verse? He was reviewed long before Opie or John is more famous. I forget, of course, the Duke is more famous. No shit. We covered Adam Carolla before we did Stuttering John. All of these shows that were bigger, and John can't figure out it's because he's more fun to goof on. That's what it comes down to. Captain Cheese with $10 says, you're all right that no woman would agree to meet up with a 60-year-old drooling troll. But John's Tinder account is probably full of photos from the 20th century. Well, we know that for a fact, right, Shuli?
Yeah, there's Howard's in his dating app. Jay Leno, Kevin Eubanks. Yeah.
Deviant Gourmet says John is VTL shoulders trench coat. John on VTL's shoulders trench coat. See, that would be a normal sized human.
Yeah.
Good point. Drew First Blood, cats are alive. Search for Wolverine and Magneto Turner. Okay, nice.
They changed
See what you did. At worst part, Trivet, do you still talk to Walker Texas Ranger? I guess that's a black person. Gary Babcock says Docky was awesome. Cat unaliving douche nozzle. Okay.
Great.
Oh, look at Justice here. John's narrative is confusing. Is Shuli a high school drop loser or an evil genius mastermind who commands followers like sheep? Yes.
A little bit of both.
Well, listen, you don't have to be a high school graduate.
Hellraiser 69 with $2. That's how sheep talk. Noah Steve says, y'all hear the Duke mentioned on Sam Roberts today? I did not.
Ooh.
Send me the clip.
One step closer.
Dude, we've tried to get Sam Roberts into the Dabbleverse. He sent me an email. This was years ago. But he emailed me directly and declined offers to do that. I get it. He's a professional doing a real thing.
He listens. They all listen. Trust me.
Just Call Me Loathsome says, Skull EDR, nice to talk Dabbleverse with you at Boomerang.
Yeah, that was the Comedy Zone. And they it came up and they were talking to me about the Dabbleverse and stuff. I was like, geez.
That's awesome. I love
that. It is awesome. Yeah.
I love when John's surprised. This guy only knows me through the Dabbleverse.
Yes.
That's why you're famous. D. Martic says 2 docs and not one mention of Stiff Minister. Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We got to get to the Battle of the Bands.
Part 3, Pig
Slow down.
Yes. Reverend Rage says Shuli was the mole, now lives in Alabama. Facts.
The Witness Protection Program
Makes sense.
here after I was the mole.
Not going to read that. Reverend Rage says, Carl, have you seen the Shoe documentary? My 2 Ways to Try? I'm not.
Honored. That dude's huge. Thank you.
He is. Yeah, he's good. James Makestad says, the proof is in the pudding. His mouth is always full of pudding. Therefore, his mouth is full of proof. Socrates. Deviant Gourmet says, Ant needs a new black friend, EDR.
Listen, I'm still trying to. I don't want to. I want him to sign my book. I had bought his book. I want him to sign that. I don't know.
Yeah,
if that's
just have a white guy bring it to him. No problem. He'll sign it.
Jackie Tree Horny says, check Suzanne's IMDb. Melinda's name scrubbed clean. Big
What?
if true. Big if true.
Everybody's making name changes.
Yeah.
The next kid's gonna change her name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
One of his cats did. One of his cats did the ultimate name change.
My boy's name used to be Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
Lil says, hi, Carl. Hi, Jenny. What kind of sandwiches you good at making, Jen? That's a good question. What kind of sandwiches are you good at making?
Any sandwich.
Oh, that's a cop-out. I see you make sandwiches in the morning. What are you making over there?
Usually a turkey sandwich.
Oh, I like that.
There you go. See,
All the fat people are like, go slower.
Please get that Danny Glover lookalike. Schwarze some lotion. I am Goldfold. Hello, Capo Shuli. Fair.
Okay.
Tim Bollinger, who comes out to all the Hackamanias, says, John's threat of coming to Hackamania is what pushed me to secure my ticket. Can't wait to see Jerry and Grant, the funny brother. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. 'Cause my brother always goes out to Hackamania and the AC event. So
But this is John's MO. He ends up helping the people he hates more than anyone.
Right.
Yeah, no one's afraid of him. No one's scared. I love this thing where they're just like, oh, what? Keanu did this with her mom. What if we showed up to Hackamania? Yeah, what if you did?
Then you'd be there.
Then you'd be at Hackamania with all the rest of us too. Cool. So nervous about it. All right. There was a few things that I didn't get to, but we are past our time that's allotted for this program. We have to alert the affiliates that we've gone long. We're cutting into the next programming. So I'm going to probably sign off. But before I do that, I want to thank Shuli, Jen, and EDR for being on the program. And EDR, always great to talk to. I love that you're still paying attention to all of this. You're still all in.
I'm hooked.
I get periodic messages from you, and I always love it. Where can people find you? Have any things coming up?
ComedianEarlDavidReed.com and on the website at Earl David Reed 1 and Instagram. Rochester area, I'll be at the Coming to Cross on May 8th and 9th. The Appel Center in York in September. I'm all over the place. Just go to the website. But this is really an interesting part of my life that I get to do this, and I'm really caught up into it. I don't know how it grew up into this, but it's all great. And Jenny, there's still time for you to make that sheep noise before we leave. You know,
I'm not doing it now.
That's one of the great drops. I'm so glad you got that for us. Shuli from the Shuli Network and Uncle Rico Show. What do you guys have going on this week?
So tonight we are going to be on Rumble. We're doing a show called F That Tune that we've been doing lately, where we pick a theme and people send us in the audience some music for us to check out that we've never heard before, most likely. And today's theme is heartbreak and romance, couple songs, any stuff like that. Send it to us. We can't wait to hear Frog's couple songs with Jenna. That's going to be fun. And it's going to be a fun night. So join us on Rumble, the Shuli Network. And thank you to everybody for all the support and keep supporting shows. Because
for me, it's Kimberly by Joe Piscopo. That's
tough to beat, man.
It's my
That's
go-to.
tough to beat.
Yeah, Jen just melts when I put that on the Sonos.
Sliding right off my chair.
Beth is pretty fucking out there too. Beth
Yeah.
I mean, that's lame. Come on. What are you doing?
Awesome. Well, check out the Shuli Network. Go like and subscribe over there and check out the Uncle Rico Show.
Yep. All right. I'm out. Later, guys.
Bye, Shuli. Jenny Jingles, anything to promote?
I will be on WATP on Saturday.
That's true.
Yes.
This is a confirmed booking.
This is a confirmed booking.
Excellent.
It's been a while.
Are you going to make it through this Bills stuff over there up there? Is that making you nuts?
The Bills are playing on Sunday at 1, which is our ideal time to watch football. That's very exciting. And slight favorites at Jacksonville, although I'm nervous about Jacksonville. I think they're a tough team. It would have been nice to get the 5 seed and play Pittsburgh. I feel like Pittsburgh's pretty beatable.
Yeah.
Jacksonville looks really good. But I don't know why the Bills are slight favorites. They have some injuries. We don't have a kicker. That's a problem.
We don't have a kicker again?
Yeah. Remember Prater got hurt and our punter was in there kicking it off and they were going for 2 points. Anyway.
And Buffalo's got some weird history of them kickers.
That's true. That's true. I mean, Prater wasn't supposed to be the kicker this year. We had Bass.
Yeah.
Bass has been out for the whole year. So I guess thinning kicker's not the end of the world, right? There's worse things that can happen. Who's your team?
I really don't have a team. I've been following college a lot because my friend's son he was the passing leader in Pennsylvania, and he was at Kentucky, and he jumped in the portal. So that's a ridiculous thing to watch now. You know.
These guys just go everywhere all the time. They don't stay anywhere.
Yeah, I got to stand on the sideline for the Ravens a lot because my his father actually was strength and conditioning coach for the Ravens for a while. So
that's cool.
Do that. So yeah. But I kind of root for Buffalo because I'm kind of a Josh Allen fan. You know, I kind of like
up here in Rochester for a while.
Yeah, and I mean, I never really caught on to it until after I left Rochester, and then all of a sudden I was like, I saw some of the stuff he did, and I saw that video after he got MVP that all the kids had sent him and everything like that, and I was like, oh man, this is a likable guy.
He's a very likable guy.
Yeah.
He's easy to root for, that Josh Allen.
Throw on conversion, but other than that, I know you must have been screaming at him. You still want to trade him? Are we back to that again, too,
dude?
Carl?
That was brutal. He missed his receiver by 5 yards, and they're only 4 yards away from him. So what the hell was that?
And in any other day, he could have hit that.
9 times out of 100, he hits that, and they win the game. Carey coming in, and by the way, then they would be the 5 seed playing the Steelers. Anyway, whatever.
Me Chinese, me play joke, drunky as a shithead.
Pretty good. KFT, Carl's Frosted Tips.
Nobody panic. I called the police. Jenny, blink twice if you're in trouble. Don't worry about the black guy. It's obvious you're being robbed. Be calm. All is well. Hello, police. Yes. Hostages.
That's producer Chris.
Believe me, if I was, it would be Jenny if I was kidnapping anybody on that panel.
Yay!
And we're very used to being robbed at this point.
You know what you should do from now on when you just do your show? I think each show you do, you kind of rotate a little bit further.
Oh, yeah. So at a certain point, I'm just completely like this, just pissing everyone
like
off.
This,
facing the back.
Like the back of your head.
It's not a bad idea. I got to do it in small increments, though.
Because I can wait for him. He'll be just freaking out.
No, he would not like that at all. All right, EDR, so good to have you, buddy. I really appreciate you.
Listen, I love you guys. I love everything you guys do. I definitely have to get to an event at some point too. And
Hackamania. Come on.
You know what? I'm performing at some theater that night, but on April 10th.
Go to AC then. Let's hang out. Do you
play
play
AC
poker?
that weekend?
No. The weekend of the Super Bowl, we're going to be in AC. Do you play poker at all?
I'm doing the show on that Saturday, but the AC's not that far. I can get in the car from there.
I'll be there Friday night if you want to hang out.
Friday, okay. Are you guys doing a show from there?
Nope, we're just hanging out.
Oh, okay. All right. I will play poker, so I'm going to have to stand behind you and like your bitch try to bring you luck.
Oh, can you do that? I'll take
lunch
that.
and luck.
I don't know.
All right. For Earl David Reed, Shuli Agar, the great Sheet Shitterson, and Jenny Jingles, this is Carl saying Gagia.
Point, Dabble, point. A Stuttering John Melendez roundtable discussion.